All mankind is dominated by a sun dish. Domination! To the right. Domination! It is frail. The dream has its own limitation. Let's get back to your dream. What does the dream say?
We need more psychology. We need more understanding of human nature, because the only real danger that exists is man himself.
Domination is frail. The anima is the female element of the male unconscious. Hey, well, looky there. Looky there. It's the little white one. Galvanize streams. Hello. Nope. Not gonna do it today. Not gonna do it.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
Isn't it weird that playing the cat video summons Tunji? Hello, I see the assassins have failed. I'm General Griswold Gaius Grim of the 1st LARP Ingression Protocol, and the member of the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency. Hey, Foxman, how's it going? We have President Foxman in the house. No, I can't. There's so many easy shots to take today that I can't take. Welcome. At least there's one member. I see Cassandra out there. Also a member of Self. It turns out. Well, let me check. Oh, no. Played this to date. Today was the day that the Dirtport Robins was supposed to make this their Jux deck available to me. They have not yet, but let's wait till tomorrow to grief them. In other news, I have put out an open invitation. Where is it? Here. I have put out an open invitation to members of the deep state in this tweet with, "Hello, I see the assassins have failed. This is a special invitation to members of the deep state to come on my YouTube channel and tell us what it's like to be you." And tell us what it's like to be you. Includes required induction into the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency, but they have my file, and they are encouraged to find a creative way to get in touch. So as far as the Goo phase hiatus goes, I've yet to accomplish the task that was to allow me to stream again. However, I have arranged for intervention for a social contextual change of the location to enable me to do so, and that's moving forward. Plus the need to move forward as a responsible pet owner of the kayfabe, and take his ass to the vet for things. Has caused me to be here streaming again, and most importantly, I knew that after this weekend, all of you would be desperately needing these saving throws against mind control, because it's running deep and hot out there in the world today, and we're going to talk about that just a little bit here on this galvanized stream, the little white one. But first, your savings throws. Those are against the mind control you're swimming in, don't you know, including commercials and other such persuasions. You get to choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart as your basis for the resistance to the mind control, represented by these dice I roll. I roll them, and if the number is over 10, you have made your savings throw and take half damage from the mind control. If I roll and the die you have chosen rolls under 10, you have failed your savings throw and take full damage from the mind control, but at least you got a savings throw. You can get bonuses to this roll by chatting in the hive mind and such. That's how that goes. But for now, choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Survivalist coming in with disciples today. That's a 12 for you. Socialist, you're going to need a replay bonus would do. That's a 5. That's a 5. Lovers of wisdom making up the rest of their 20 with a 15. Heart folks with 6. 6, we don't really say anything for 6, but you're going to need some bonus points. And it looks like Baker's coming for the Indigo Kids. You made it. The Indigo Kids made it. Congratulations. You're going to need it. The mind control is thick. Thick, these.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Yeah, don't get it. That was just the teaser one. So to set the mood appropriately for today's stream, we have one of apparently the latest from Dumir, which is more visually setting the mood than audioly, but enjoy it all ways around.
Thus allows an organism to discern the essence of a given activity, and such discernment is the essence of wisdom. When we look upon a work of sacred art, our experience of the sacred image serves as a noetic germ within our minds. In much the same manner that a certain detail of an event might serve as a germ from which a complete memory of that event might come to unfold, the sacred icon is likewise able to serve as a germ from which a particular mode of spiritual awareness may come to realize itself within our consciousness. As we meditate upon the sacred image and its significations, our noetic awareness comes to shift and reconfigure itself as it comes to be more thoroughly informed by the forms of noesis, which are most consistently associated with the sacred image. We can begin to resonate with past events.
All right, now I'm going a little off the rails already by going to this little-corner.com and seeing if the phrase atmospheric engineering brings us up anything interesting. Am I showing you this? Kind of. Let's see. What do we have here? It doesn't have that. There's that engineering. Was it? Oh, that's the one with me and Tyler. Where else? It should be like what? It should be right before the one with Tyler. Oh, look, you had one with Baxter. No, see, this is why you do it beforehand. Anyway, there's this thing called atmospheric engineering where you insert yourself into a foreign culture and then create and foster an environment in which they tell you how they feel. And we have that here at the TL. Oh, look, hey, Ups, is helping us with send the kayfabe to the vet. Thank you for the kayfabe maintenance. Here's what he looks like. Thanks for supporting us. That's on a good day. He's not on a good day right now. He needs to go to the groomer more than the vet, and it's not that kind of groomer. Don't flag my channel. Oh God. What have you done?
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Okay, hard folks, since you didn't make your savings throw, what are you doing this September? Because I'll be in Olympia, Washington, encountering face-to-face Dr. Michael Martin, Pastor Paul Vanderklay, Dr. Chris Green, Karen Wong, Rafe Kelly, Graham Pardue, and Grim Grizz. Grim Grizz, you could be there too. I don't even put the links in my description. How great is that? But here's one. I can paste it to you now. Remember, there is no agency. We want what's best. Now, welcome. I'm Grim Grizz. This is the Galvan Eye stream, and we're discussing atmospheric engineering. If you can see that happening on the thumbnail with our little howdy rascal there. Oh, by the way, over on the Discord, I've dropped all the current images of Howdy Rascal. I need one at a 1:1 ratio to make him a special emoji only member only emoji, like the Goose. The members in the hive mind will perform for you now. Welcome. We hope you're feeling virtually not alone. Now, see, this atmospheric engineering, this getting people to say things about how they feel or things, I'm applying this in this situation demonstratively by showing you from the TLC what you can watch the community's response to an event and note significant points in it. And I'll do that with the now secretly unlisted but still available on Federecci's channel under Sam Tiedemann. Tiedemann? Tiedemann. Is it Teet or Tide, man? Anyway, over here, they did a thing. We have some timestamps from our analysis of the atmosphere. Here's the first bit we have noted at 2:30. Right, we had it right there. You were 4 seconds. Come on.
Oh. I decided it's best not to stream on these topics for 24 hours. I did. Enough.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe if I need to repeat this at some point later in the evening, I'll say it again. But my gut reaction was I was shocked by how emotionally moved I was by watching that footage. Like, I think I was, scrolling on Twitter X or whatever, and was like, wait a minute, is this real? Like, my first reaction was, this can't be true. Why is there blood on Trump's face? And if so, why haven't I heard about it? And then oh, I'm pretty sure this is real. And then watching that footage where he stands up and then, raises his fist and the crowd starts chanting USA, I was hit in my gut in a way that I didn't expect. I will be honest, I've never been.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when Sam Tyler Tiedemann failed his savings throw against the mind control. I witnessed the same moment myself and gave zero of those, what do you call them? It rhymes with Blux and Jux, the card deck that is not currently available from Dirt Poor Robbins. But let's watch it again.
Raises his fist and the crowd starts chanting USA. I was hit in my gut in a way that I didn't expect. I will be honest, I've never been a very big Trump person. I have literally never voted for the man. And I've had multiple opportunities where I've taken a chance to vote for someone else. I won't say who my someone else's were in each of those chances, whether it was a primary election, but I've never voted for the guy. And I was like, screw it, I have to vote for him now.
No fur here. Sharks don't have fur.
Now, see, this moment made me think that this might be a moment in which a certain spirit in this country was galvanized, which is why you see that phrase there on the thumbnail. As you know, here in the Grim Grizz streams, we like to deliver on both what's on the thumbnail and the title. The little white one. This is the big white one, not the little white one, but I'm saving the title reference way to the end of the stream. So how about that? I hope you're feeling virtually not alone with Cosmic Muffet out there in the hive mind. How you doing, Zach? Good to see you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Howdy, Rascal. So there I was, galvanized, consorting with the demons, and we have this here. I was like, I want to talk about galvanization as a metaphor for a patriotic spirit being galvanized by an event. And it did me the kindness of detailing the actual galvanization process, which is in which a metal surface is cleaned and prepared, removing impurities, and then a protective zinc layer is applied, which bonds with the metal. A protective zinc layer, as demonstrated in the thumbnail, as a aerial spraying by a crop duster over the country, as it is galvanized by the and the outcome is the metal becomes more resilient, durable, and resistant to corrosion. Boy, howdy, that resistant to corrosion sample. That sounds nice. So they have some of this nonsense you can skip, and then it uses the real world examples of Pearl Harbor, the 9/11 attacks, and the revolutionary movements as similar things. And then it asks me the lovely question, as I've trained it to: can you think of an event or moment in your own country's history that acted as a galvanizing force for the patriotic spirit? And how did it change the national consciousness and unity? And so there's the galvanized part. I think we might be experiencing a galvanizing event. Do you? Am I wrong? Let me know in the replay comments for +5 to next stream saves. Oh boy. This unless I haven't checked to see if they've quit the membership, but as as top-tier members of the YouTube channel. This show is executive produced by Upcycle Club and the German philosopher.
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. All right, pip-pip-chery. We've delivered on the thumbnail. The galvanized process, the resistant to corrosion. What's left of the institutions? Can we make it? Can we galvanize what remains of the institutions to survive? What services are going to have to be replaced by community service? What of the offloaded social service works will now fall to actually human beings caring for each other again, and the deficits therein? What fun, what fun, what fun. Casino deck card for the show. I think that's the the Black Joker there. Okay, and then, let's get to, speaking of the Black Joker, we do have this timestamp marked. It's number 16, minute 16 and 53.
But my first reaction was, I hope people stop telling me that I'm overreacting when I say that we're heading towards civil war if we continue down this lane. And it took only a few hours for somebody to say, Jacob, you're overreacting. And frankly, I think I have been very calm along this route. It's been 20. I almost went and looked up. When I was in undergrad, I wrote editorials in my student newspaper, telling people, okay, we need to be able to have politics. We need to be able to talk. We're going down the wrong lane, and telling people to calm down, not to cry wolf. And I've tried very much not to cry wolf, but people keep on telling me, Jacob, you're crying wolf. And it's like, hello, am I crying wolf still?
Your manner of expression is crying wolf. You could be telling us about the weather, and it would sound like you were crying wolf. That's the whole point I wanted to make there.
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
Spinning things back to a lighter note, I found this masterpiece via a gift from the algorithm, one Gooby and Doobie, of which I wanted to highlight this portion and give you a teaser to go see the rest.
That's what I saw. And I saw that the people who did that, they would heal so quickly that I couldn't operate on them. I mean, sometimes I could, but if I was booked like 3 or 4 weeks out, a lot of times people that were doing that, they would heal before I could do the surgery that I thought would fix the problem. And the opposite was true. Patients that so they smoked like a chimney. They sat on the couch and they ate hot dogs all day. They had no friends. They were super stressed out, and they didn't sleep well. Yeah, those patients, like I could do a really good surgery. I would get them temporarily better, but 6 months, year later, the same part of their back would have a recurrent problem, or a different joint of their back would have a similar problem. And I would operate on them, and they might get better for 6 months. And
as you haven't noticed, one of the messages he's conveying to you is eat right, have friends, and get some sunlight. Hey! You see, as Anselman and Parlato are highlighting in the comments, I think it's important that we pay attention. Since we do notice that each other are here, it's wise for us to notice to share what it is that the algorithm is feeding us all. Maybe we can figure out the trends and whatnot. Blue Church card of the show is the Jack of Spades. The Jack of Spades. And now the portion of the show that's going to be closest to this.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
And I don't know if it's whether Tunji, way to go. I don't know if it's whether it's because the accent effect. When someone has an accent, depending on your origins, you might get a hint, a negative modifier to your savings throw if the person has an accent, and that might be true of this Yoav cat. But nonetheless, here's some of what I thought was worth scraping as part of our atmospheric engineering, whatever.
Heard was from Eric Weinstein. It's famous on the YouTube. And he was talking about American wrestling and something that I do not know anything about. But he says that the key to understanding Trump is to understand the American wrestling, which Trump is a part of. And the idea is that it is both a show and for real, because you're going on a stage and you're getting punched by really serious, strong people. You will get hurt, you will get your ear chipped, you might die, but it is still a show. It is still show for the money. And you never know what part is the show and what part is for real.
It's part show and part for real, and you never get to know. That, my dear's the way the kayfabe go. Okay, and then I also thought what he said here was interesting. For he says it's obvious to everyone, I believe, or something of the gist. And I don't know that it is, but it's interesting that he and others do think it is.
Anyone else have any closing thoughts?
I want to, not a closing thought, but it has been mentioned in the streams last 24 hours about the start of the First World War. And I want to remind us about it. I'm sure everybody here knows about the details of the murder of the Archduchess in Sarajevo, and the meaning of that, and how likely a priori it was. And I'm sure everybody here believes in God. So I'm preaching to the choir in saying that that was a clear act of God. I don't know what it means about God, but it was a clear act.
Clear?
I'm preaching to the choir in saying that that was a clear act of God. I don't know what it means about God, but it was a clear act of God. So, yes, we are living in a time where the God is known to everybody. But it's not mentioned. They don't realize it.
Yeah. Well, that certainly is an interesting take, and special thanks to Joe Cross for approaching us our kayfabe maintenance goal of the vet bill for this guy. they're probably going to give him horrible vaccinations and stuff. But then I'll be able to pay nice ladies to wash him. And that's all very exciting for me here. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Ups, for the one earlier. And if I missed one, slap me. That doesn't give you the magic power to use super emojis like : Danny : but it does actually help me immediately, and we appreciate that here, because if it wasn't for the Shadow Cabal, none of this would exist. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal, so say we all. And as we get to the agent deck card of the show, there's one more bit I thought worth note of the performances here on the processing the event together. In I guess it counts as TLC because Tiedemann had it, right? Whether or not you count Jacob as corner anymore. It varies. Ooh, agency deck is the Ace of Hearts, and I'll represent that now with this clip here. Note the behavior and what is accomplished. Note it.
This stuff.
Well, one of the things that I really like, I was so appreciative last night was for X, because immediately, like you're smart. We're smart enough to see through the fog of war, so to speak. And I don't know about that, but the BBC interview with that guy, the 4-minute long version of it, who came out like less than an hour after it happened, and he was explaining, and we were pointing. He's like, we were trying to get their attention, and they were ignoring us. And he described his clothes, and so that came out. And then there were other people where you could see the shooter that was on the top, right? You got all these different angles from the scene, and they weren't talking about any of that. Like if you were watching CNN, MSNBC, ABC, I mean, none of them, right? And then they were. Yeah. They're so quick to not jump to conclusions yet. On every other thing, they jump to what I mean?
Well, if they didn't want to jump to this conclusion. If it was like a completely different narrative, they would have 100% gone ahead and jumped to all the conclusions. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I'm visiting my parents. I'm in Charlotte right now, and they're sitting there watching Fox News, and like I'm on Twitter, and I'm like, no,
you're miles ahead.
Yes, I was like, I knew way more than anyone was saying on Fox News, and it's not because Fox News was lying or anything. It's just because X was just feeding me real time. Like we had videos, we had photos, we had everything immediately.
And there were things that you could read on X that would turn out to not be true,
for sure.
But if you saw it enough different times and had some really good footage, then you could start to do your own filtering and your own editorial judgment. And you were miles ahead of any mainstream network.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Nanny.
I'm not sure, Nanny. I'm not sure, but I did think it was very noteworthy as far as we're watching the trends and the swaying and the platform of the ocean of information. The two things that we can gather from our atmospheric engineering is that there might be a galvanization ongoing, and there's something to do with the platforming and the information war. According to Mark S., it's the least faker news. We don't know what we're dealing with over there. We don't. But if you are over there, be sure and stop by over good old Dirt Poor Robbins tomorrow. If he hasn't released the deck for us to have on its way to me by tomorrow, I'm encouraging you all to guilt trip him at Dirt Poor Robbins. Where's the deck? Release the Jux. Release the Jux, man. Okay, that was the Galvin. Oh, the little white one. The little white one story. Oh, we got to set that up.
I'm not a cat.
Oh, that's kind of a spoiler alert. That's... LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. have the ability to LARP and LARP off work. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. Okay. This is the little white one story as part of the Galvanized stream. Once upon a time, there was an orange and white one. It was a kitten in the shed in winter. Get on. Yeah, come on. His name was Buddy. His name became Buddy because I used to go outside of the house in the back shed where it was cold to smoke. And this little kitten there was there. And I would come back in from smoking, and my grandma would say, you out there with your Buddy? And then I went away from here for a long time. And there was like 3 cats in the house already. So he wasn't allowed to come in. I thought of him as the one they keep outside. And I came back after whatever events. I crash landed back at the house. And he greeted me in a way that let me remember he was the one from the shed in the winter. And that's when he was Buddy, and he's been my buddy. And then there was Sylvia, the little gray one, who showed up at the front door. And I was like, if this one stays outside, she's going to get knocked up. But she was already knocked up. And now she's Sylvia. The kittens have all been homed. And then last summer, the one that was kept outside, Orlando, a very orange one, the orange one, straight orange one. Buddy is the orange and white one. Orlando died outside. He had a horrible disease, like something went around. It almost killed Buddy and did kill Orlando because he was the outside one. But there was a twin girl cat that looks just like Orlando that showed up named Penny. Her name is Penny now. She's around. She can come and see. You can't bring 2 boys in the house without problems. But she was a lady. So now this orange and white one has 2 lady cats with him. And today I decided to be functional and mow the front lawn. And as I go outside to get the lawn mower, because I go and I mow the front lawn of me and my neighbor, who's a guy with cancer. I'm so nice. I go to get the lawnmower, and the white thing goes, and I had seen a white thing go before, and I thought maybe that was a rabbit. But today I see the white thing go, and it's not a rabbit. It's a little fucking cat, which means there's probably going to be another cat. I've commenced to making sure it doesn't die by providing food outside. It's feral. Kayfabe might eat it. I don't know, but the little white one is now a character in the this end of the Virtually Not Alone space. Thank you for being virtually not alone with me and enjoying that story. I hope everybody's having a great day. Any comments that you want me to talk about on next stream? Leave in the replay section of this one. This has been Galvanize. The little white one stream. I'm Grimgriz. This is the hive mind. You see him ups is bringing them up in this. So the ones that are good, the good comments he brings up, because
in all our searching, the only thing we found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.